Good morning all. This is Satish Kumar, Assistant Professor of EC Department. Now let us see the another video lecture series on sequential circuit, that is nothing but shift registers. First, what is mean by register? A register is simply a group of flip-flops that can be used to store a binary number. There must be one flip-flop for each bit in the binary number. A register used to store an 8-bit binary number must have 8 flip-flops. The flip-flop must be connected such that the binary number that can be entered, that is shifted into the register and possibly shifted out. A group of flip-flop connected to provide either or both of these functions is called a shift register. The bits in the binary number can be removed from one place to another in either of two ways. The first method involves shifting the data one bit at a time in a serial fashion, beginning with either the most significant bit or the least significant bit. This technique is referred to as serial shifting. The second method involves shifting all the data bits simultaneously is referred to as parallel shifting. There are two ways to shift into a register, series or parallel, and similarly two ways to shift the data out of the register. Next one, these are the types of shift register. There are 4 types involved in shift register: serial in, serial out shift register, serial in, parallel out, parallel in, serial out, parallel in, parallel out. This is the representation of serial in, serial out. Data in, data out. Serial in, serial input, serial output. Serial in, parallel out means the data in will be serial, the output will be in your parallel data out. Next, parallel in, serial out, parallel input data in, and then see we can get the serial data output. Parallel in, parallel out, parallelly data can be entered and produces the data parallel output, that is nothing but PIPO. This is the SISO shift register. It consists of 4 flip-flop. Serial input. It consists of serial input which can produce us the serial output. Clock is enabled to the each flip-flop. The shift register which allows the serial input one bit after the other through a single data line and produces the serial output is known as serial in, serial out shift register. Since there is only one output, the data leaves the shift register one bit at a time in a serial pattern. The name is called as serial in, serial out shift register. The circuit consists of 4 flip-flops which are connected in a serial manner. All these flip-flops are synchronous with each other since the same clock signal is applied to each flip-flop. The main use of SISO is act as the delay element. Next one, SIPO. It consists of 4 flip-flop. Serial SIPO, serial input, parallel output. It consists of 4 flip-flop. Serially input, we can get the parallel output. Clock and clear function is enabled for SIPO shift register. The register which allows the serial input and produces the parallel output is known as serial input parallel out shift register. SIPO consists of 4 D flip-flops which are connected. The clear signal is connected in addition to the clock signal to all the flip-flops in order to reset them. The output of the first flip-flop is connected to the input of the next flip-flop. All these flip-flops are synchronous with each other since the same clock signal is applied to each flip-flop. Next one, parallel. It consists of 4 flip-flops, parallel input. Parallelly data in, we can get the parallel data out. Output is nothing but your Q. Input is nothing but your D flip-flop. Clock is enabled for all the flip-flops. PIPO, the shift register which allows the parallel input and also produces the parallel output is known as parallel in, parallel out shift register. PIPO circuit consists of 4 flip-flops which are connected. The clear signal and the clock signal is connected to all the 4 flip-flops. There is no interconnection between individual flip-flop. No serial shifting the data is required. Data is given separately to for each flip-flop in the same way, and the output is also collected individually from each flip-flop. That is nothing but your parallel input, parallel output shift register. Next, this is the PISO shift register. PISO consists of 4 flip-flops. It can perform the operation of mux operation. It can be given as your parallel input and we can get the output as your serial output. The shift register, which allows the parallel input and produces the serial output, is known as parallel in serial out shift register. It consists of 4 flip-flops which are connected. The clock input directly connected to all the flip-flops. The input data is connected individually to each flip-flop through a multiplexer at the input of every flip-flop. The output provides the previous flip-flop, and the parallel data input are connected to the input of the mux, and the output of the mux is connected to the next flip-flop. All these flip-flops are synchronous with each other since the same clock signal is applied to each of the flip-flop. Next one, we can see the applications of shift register. It is used in data storage, data transfer, data conversion, data alignment, digital filters, counters, etc. In data storage, shift register can store the data permanently. Data transfer, shift register can transfer the data between different systems. Data conversion, shift register can convert serial data to parallel data. Data alignment can reorder the and align data in digital systems. Digital filter can implement the simple digital filters. Counters can be configured as counters such as ring counter, Johnson ring counter, etc. Reduce wiring, shift register can reduce the amount of wiring in circuit boards. Generate waveforms can generate a repeating waveform. Now we can see the assessment. A DAS is simply a group of flip-flops that can be used to store a binary number register. Shift register is nothing but your group of flip-flops that are connected to perform the function is nothing but your shift register. List the types of shift register. 4 types of shift register: serial in, serial out, serial in, parallel out, parallel in, serial out, parallel in, parallel out. The shift register, which allows the parallel input and produces the serial output, is known as parallel in, serial out. Interpret serial in, parallel out. The shift register, which allows the serial input and produces the parallel output, is known as serial in, parallel out shift register. List info the applications of shift register. It is used in data storage, data alignment, data conversion, memories, and then etc. Thank you.